start with maybe any lineup changes. Carl looks like could be just one or two. Dylan, maybe.
Yeah. Look, we're lucky we've got a full squad to select from. The boys have, in this international break, have trained really hard and the intensity and has been excellent. And Dylan, missed a couple of games through illness, so now he's back to 100%. So he's in our best 11.
Have you missed him?
Look, I think Harry came in and did a great job, but that little bit more experience and a little bit more, just experience in playing in that role. It just suits us a little bit better with Dylan in there.
Does it play any part that it's obviously a massive game as well, having someone who's a little bit more of an older head?
Yeah, it will do. These are big games. A lot of rivalry between the two teams and the intensity lifts in these games. So we're going to need some experienced players out there that can deal with that extra pressure that these games bring. So really looking forward to it. As I said, the boys have trained really well the last 2 weeks, so they're really keen to get out there and get a win as well.
Was there much temptation for you over the last 2 weeks to make a few changes, given how the last couple of months have gone and how the last game went?
Yeah, look, when we reflect back on, we haven't picked up the points that we would like to have had over the last, 6 to 7 weeks. But in saying that, the players have been playing quite well. They've just been getting punished for the mistakes that they've been making. And if we can cut those mistakes out, I know it's easy to say that, but the players have worked hard and our football's been good. As I said, it's just we're getting punished for 1 or 2 bad mistakes.
How do you toe the line with that mistakes then, especially in the back half, keepers in the back four playing around? How do you toe the line saying, hey, we still want you to play like that, but don't do that again?
No, look, it's, as I said, I want my team to play. So I have to, take the blame for those mistakes because I want the team to play. And we just have to be better at doing that. And, at times we have to pick the moments to do that as well. We can't play, saying we have to play every time. It's about picking those moments. And when they do, hopefully we limit those mistakes that we made in the last game.
Has your opinion of your team changed over the last 7 weeks when you've gone 1 win from 8 or 9 or whatever it is?
No, look, as I said, they're working hard. The spirit amongst the group is still very good. As I said, it's not as if we've been playing poorly, then we'd need to make changes. But they're playing well, they're working hard for each other, and that's all you can ask as a coach. And sometimes, you have to ride through these rough patches, and that's what we are at the moment. And, no greater test for us than, the original rivalry tomorrow night for us to get back on track.
Purely from an expectations point of view as the coach, we start the season and everyone outside's got the expectations here, then you guys are flying, they're up here, and they come back down here. For you, have you wavered in where you think you are throughout the season?
Look, no, I think the important thing for us is to have the belief, and when we play well, I think we're one of the best footballing teams in the league. But our Achilles heel is we've opened ourselves up a few times from making our own mistakes. It's not as if, I think there's only been 1 or 2 games, maybe 1.5 games this year where we've been totally outplayed. So we've pretty much been our worst enemy, and it's just about making sure our focus is good and our concentration is good for the whole game. And, when we have those lapses, we make mistakes, and we've been punished for them this year.
The original rivalry, you mentioned it before, but what an excellent chance to snap your little streak.
Yeah, look, it's, as I say, the focus is going to be there because these are big games, So, the commitment will be there from our playing group, and, we'll go there and play our normal brand of football, and hopefully we'll get the result.
That's a fine, Carl. That's a fine. Is the spice still there?
Yeah.
The last few years?
Yes, I think so. I think, you saw here early in the year that when we won here 3-2, how the atmosphere and the commitment from both teams was excellent. And I thought that was a really entertaining game, great for the league. And I expect the same to be tomorrow night.
Are there a few boys that you have to tell to rein it in? Like, I can imagine Steph and Morgan's sort of more than a coin flip to get a yellow card tomorrow night type thing. Are there a few boys like that before this
No, not at all. As I said, Steph is, I think he showed in the last game he's back to his best. and that's what we need. We need all of our players to get back to close to their best, and if we do that tomorrow, then we will win.
Have you seen from your playing group? I know they've been trying to snap the streak themselves. They were meeting a couple of weeks ago. Have you seen a different level of commitment to the cause from them in recent times?
Yeah, no, I don't think, the commitment has been good all season. As I said, I think it's just at times it's concentration and a focus thing for the playing group. And training this last 2 weeks has been excellent. It's been at the level that we expect it to be at. And I'm honest with the playing group, and they have trained well pretty much all the way through this spell. And sometimes you just have to ride through it and keep that belief. And the coaching staff have that belief in the players, and they just have to believe in themselves.
Last one for Panache. Looks like he's getting close to playing.
Yeah. Panache is most probably 2 weeks away from rejoining the full training with the group. At the moment, he's in for some of the training, but he's most really got just a couple more things to tick off before he joins fully with the group.